Hey guys. Hey guys, Matt, Fantasy Salesman here. I just want to kind of discuss what's going on as far as Leonard Fournette. What is his future? Kind of some of the possibilities that could come into play with this kind of him being waived. We'll check into any players that are maybe the Jaguars going to bring in. Also, kind of what it looks like as far as his future. Is he gonna kind of excel in a team, a brand new team, kind of just step in and see what he does? We'll see. Right now, I kind of want to field some questions. I'll kind of go over overview as far as my thoughts off the bat. So right now, before the wave, I have him in tier 4. I have him alongside, and if you watch some of our podcasts, I love him. Um, So this is a little heartbreaking. At the same time, I know he's going to have opportunities wherever he ends up. We'll see. Devonta Freeman, Fournette, who knows? Who's going to get signed first? I mean, we'll see. So some of the guys that I have him around before this move, I'll make some adjustments. I haven't done that yet. This is very initial reaction type stuff. Leonard Fournette, I have him in between Kenyon Drake at 11 and Josh Jacobs, half PPR. So what we see is like a tier 4: Leonard Fournette, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones. I'm extremely high on him, as you guys know, and one of the reasons is his touchdowns didn't meet his ability, I believe, kind of coming forward last season. And the season prior, he struggled, and the one before, with injuries and kind of soft tissue stuff and some leg stuff that I wasn't excited about. But I thought this was his season. I thought he's going to explode, and I want to be the guy to get him at a value. Last night on date with David, I discussed the back end of round 2. And that's where I wanted him, and I felt like I still had value at that point. Now things have changed. Some of the redraft leagues haven't even my redraft leagues haven't even started as far as draft. So it's something. This is a big move. You know what I mean? This is something that kind of came out of nowhere from outside the organization. Within the organization, Doug Maroney and Dave Caldwell, they make decisions. You know what I mean? And a lot of things happen in that front office that we can't really tell most times. There's coach speak. There's kind of a veil that happens and things like that. But apparently they didn't think Leonard was the guy. So the team that came to mind first, and I tweeted it off. You can check my Twitter, Fantasy Analyze. Fantasy Salesman is my personal, working there as well. I think the Patriots are going to look into him. Bill Belichick is someone that will find these younger guys. Running backs don't do well for us. So, we'll see. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm definitely down to kind of answer anything as far as if you have him in your lineup and you need, just some advice and kind of how to adjust. If you have him RB2 or maybe even that RB3 flex spot. If you have any rosters that you have that you kind of, seeing what should I do? What do I go from here as far as my personal roster? What's up, P2W Fantasy? Good to see you guys. So from here on out, we have to consider 1, draft as far as redraft. 2, we need to discuss kind of what it looks like in dynasty sense. Right now, don't panic. Do not be selling Fournette. Give it a week. Give it 2 weeks. The season hasn't started. Running backs could get in. Look at Kenyon Drake last season. He got into the Arizona Cardinals, and he was a beast. Detroit Beastie, what up? I was in a thought, bro. Come on now. So, anyways, we saw Kenyon Drake just hit it hard and hit it good. We loved it as far as on the Cardinals last season. And this is the beginning of the season. Leonard Fournette can get somewhere. Leonard Fournette can produce. And he's going to get goal line work in somewhere like New England. They don't have someone like that. They have, James White. They have Sony Michel, Burkhead. It's just nasty. Anyways, I think they can bring Belichick will use him to football sense. Fantasy football is going to hurt for me personally. He's my guy, but not anymore. So that's fantasy football, changes every day. So I'm excited for this kind of news because this means that I have to get to work. I have to study some film, and I have to kind of, like I said, the Patriots kind of come to mind. But from here, I need to assess kind of more teams, and then when the news breaks, if he gets signed before Devonta Freeman, like we'll see that as well. So that's something I'm really I want to be aware of. I want to consider Leonard Fournette's injury past, as well as maybe right now. It's been really loose, of course, with off season as far as how healthy he is, how in shape he is. So that's some studying I have to do myself as well. Um, I do, and I just want to dive a little bit deeper because he's going to be switching to a new team. He's a younger guy still, so he has some years ahead, especially if he can stay healthy. And I like the future still. Like, that's what I'm saying in Dynasty, keep this dude. Like, he has value, and people are going to try to undercut you. You're going to get some trades that you're like, ooh, that might be pretty. Let's do this. But really, right now, take 5 days at least before you're willing to deal him. It's right before the season. This is when teams are pushing to get their team into the shape that they need to for the season. Um, I mean, this is madness, and we're going into that season, so we'll see what happens. You guys have any questions, shoot it up. I want to thank P2W Fantasy and Detroit Beastie, my boy, down in Detroit. Vegas coming at you. Got my Packer stuff back here. But it's Raider Nation, apparently. I grew up in Southern California. It was always Raider Nation. But that's kind of beside the point. And my football card stuff. And then the Ballers, got to see them last year, actually, live, met them. Of course, take some notes from them, take notes from P2W as well as Detroit Beastie as far as, just moving forward. And we kind of shoot from the hip, and this is kind of shooting from the hip. I just want to let you guys know kind of where I stand as far as Leonard Fournette, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Pieces.